Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing a January wrap-up video of all the books that I read during the month. And I'm also going to be doing a partial to be read for February, just so you can get a taste of what I'm going to be reading this month. Let's get started, shall we? The first book that I read in January was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I thought this book was so amazing. I hate that I waited till I was 24 to read this. I should have read this whenever I was a child. Why did I wait so long? It was so beautifully written. It's so weird and quirky and out of this world, and it's so British, and I love it so much. I would live in Wonderland. It just drew me in, and I cannot wait for Through the Looking Glass. I can't wait. I gave this a 5 out of 5 just because I loved it so much. And I wish that it was longer. I really do, but I know it's a children's book, so it had to be short. The second book that I read in January is Life, the Universe, and Everything by Douglas Adams. I love Douglas Adams' writing style. It's so awesome. And this is the third book in the Hitchhiker's trilogy. It's inaccurately titled, if you didn't notice. But I love how Douglas Adams is able to weave everything together. Not only is stuff woven throughout this book, but there's a lot of stuff that's woven in from the second and the first book. And it's so awesome. Douglas Adams is awesome. This is not my favorite book in the trilogy so far, but I love it. I still love it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. The third book that I read in January is A Winter Night's Dream by Andrew Matthews. I thought this was cute. It's definitely a middle grade book, even though the two main characters are high schoolers. The female protagonist is a freshman in high school, and the male is a senior in high school. It is a duo narration, so it goes from the female protagonist to the male, back to the female, male, etc., etc. But seeing as how it's so thin, you don't get that much character growth in this story, but nonetheless it's very cute, and it's a good book for anybody that wants to get into light reading. So I gave this a 3 out of 5. The fourth book that I read in January is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. This is the second book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, and this is my second time reading this. I read this in 5th grade, but I didn't remember much about it, so I thought I'd go through and read the entire series. I'm just now picking it up. I wanted to see what all the hoopla was about, and it's a good story, and I like it a lot, but I'm not a big, huge fan of all of the religious undertones, and there are a lot in this series. So I'm going to have to get over that to be able to finish the series, but I do like it, so I gave it a 3 out of 5. It's The fifth book that I read in January is Wither. This is the first book in the Chemical Garden trilogy, and this is by DeStefano. I've had this book for forever. This is an advanced reader copy, if that tells you anything. This book came out in March of 2011. I got this about 4 months before the release date, and I have just now gotten to it. And I don't know why I waited so long, because it's such a good book. I love the mix of post-apocalyptic dystopia of the entire novel. It's very, very cool. I would hate to live in this world. Unlike Wonderland, I would hate to live in this world. Very well written, and that's probably why I don't like the world. It's probably why I don't want to live in the world. But I love this book a lot. I can't wait to read Fever, and I can't wait for the third book to come out, which is coming out soon. And I gave this book a 5 out of 5 just because it was so amazingly written. But I still wouldn't live in that world. The sixth book that I read in January is Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I love this book. I love it. I thought it was so cute, and it was just pretty much an accurate representation of any person that's ever decided that they just wanted to be different or are different. And I think this is a read for everybody and anybody that is either with the crowd, against the crowd, or just in their own little world. And I just loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5. The seventh and last book that I read in January is Erec, The Monsters of Otherness. I've got this one, and I've read the first one in the series. I got these for free at Ascendio from Kaza Kingsley herself. She was very nice and generous and signed every single copy. I'm shocked that her wrist did not hurt like hell, because she signed a lot of books. And I love this one. I love the first one, and I really cannot wait to get the third book. If you love wizards, if you love other worlds, I love the fact that in these books you find out that the other world is very connected with Earth, and it's just really cool. I love how deep and intricate she went with the worlds and all that stuff. So if you get a chance to pick this up, I gave it a 5 out of 5. It was just so awesome. Alright, now on to some of the books that I'm going to be reading in February. Since it is February, I thought I would go on the theme of romance, love, and all that stuff, because, you know, it's the month of love, why not? The first book I'm going to read is Lola and the Boy Next Door. The reason why the dust jacket is off is because I've already started it, see? I'm excited to read this. I told you guys that this was going to be the next book that I read, and I wasn't kidding. I started this the moment that I finished Erec. The next book I'm going to read in February is Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. I thought this would be a very cute book to read in February, just because, you know, there's going to be some type of romance in this book. Don't lie, you know it. The next book I'm going to read is Paper Heart by Aileen Arrington. I'm not sure how romantic this book is going to get, but I thought I'd give it a chance just because it's got a heart on it, and it is Valentine's Day, and I know there's going to be a lot of people on Valentine's Day in the month of February that get their heart broken, so I thought it would be fitting. There is one more book that I absolutely know that I'm going to read in February, but I'm not going to let you guys know until you guys see my February book haul, because I just got it a couple of days ago. So just be on the lookout for that video. It should be coming up shortly. Other than that, I'm going to go on a whim with what I read, because I'm not the kind of person that likes to set specific books for me to read. That just kind of makes me lose my interest a little bit. So I'm just going to set myself 4 books for the month of February, and whatever else I read, you guys will find out at the end of the month. So on that note, I'm going to go. This video is long enough as it is. I will see you all later, and bye!